What up? What's going on? What up, everybody? Don't ride dirty. I see you. What's going on? And WHGMC, I see you. Devon Crow, I see you. Y'all hit that like button. Elmer Automotive, I see you. Shan Webb, I see you. Yo, everything's good. Just working. Working, putting that money in. Oh, that's all right, Elmer. That's all right, man. You know, there's a lot of people that watch my videos uh, that, they just stay in the background and watch. They don't reach out. They don't leave comments. Um, I had somebody walk up on me on the street the other day, man, and was like, "Yo," and the first thing he said was "Touch Cash every day, man." I was like, "Oh, what's your name on YouTube?" He was like, "No, I don't even have a." He was like, "I don't even have an account. I just go in, and I just watch your stuff." And I just thought that was awesome, man, because sometimes you think people ain't really listening, but there's always someone in the background listening and making it happen in private, and just taking in the advice and just moving off that. But this was probably maybe 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. I was actually doing a client's, well, not even a client, it was a customer. It was a first time customer. I was doing his vehicle. The guy lived right across the street, and he was looking over there at me, and he was like, "Is that Mr. Touch Cash?" And I looked at him, and he was like, "Yo, I usually he said I was looking to see you in your truck, but you got a new van." And he walked up, shook my hand, and was like, "Man, I love your videos, man. I just sit back and just watch it, man. Like they really motivate me." And I was just like, wow. And I've been approached a few times. I can count on one hand. I remember the first time someone recognized me from YouTube. I was in Orlando, Florida. I was at Disney World, and the guy, me and Ashton was walking, and the guy, walked up on me and was like, "Yo," and he recognized Ashton and recognized me, and that was pretty cool. And then maybe the other three or four times, I was right here where I'm from. So uh, I mean, if you out here making YouTube videos or if you out here doing your thing, there are people that appreciate you, but they just don't express it. Uh, and every now and again, when you're thinking that nothing is going on, man, when you thinking people are not, receiving your information, and they're not feeling what you're saying, out of nowhere somebody's going to hit you with something. You're gonna be like, wow, I didn't know that, which will motivate you again. You keep pushing, somebody's listening. you know because if you look right, if y'all look at the viewers, it's 12 people but only 7 likes. So that means it's somebody that just watches but don't hit like, don't hit, or that means a person doesn't have a channel. So they don't have a channel, they don't have an account. They can watch, but they can't comment. They can't subscribe, but they're watching. So that always lets me know, if you can look at, you can have you know 10,000 views, but only have 1,000 likes and 100 comments. So it's got 10,000 views. Where are the other 9,000 people? You see what I'm saying? So people are watching your stuff. Just people just don't feel the need to comment or feel the need to hit the like button or any of that. So that's just how I look at that. But I'm gonna get started. It's about touching cash, man. I was back maybe about 2 years ago. I used to always talking about like touch cash, and um, when I started doing this, my main purpose was to get some income coming in. I didn't, I was like, let me get something going. I mean, even if I don't do it right, even if I'm making the wrong decisions, it's better than sitting idle. It's better than sitting around trying to plan everything perfectly and then get started, you know, and just learn as you go. So I was just like, man, if I make something today, it's better than sitting at home planning and not making anything. Uh, and at the time, I was doing YouTube videos. I was getting a couple of dollars from doing YouTube videos. I was because see, back then you didn't have to have 1,000 subscribers to monetize your channel. You didn't have to have 1,000 subscribers to get or watch time. You didn't have to have a lot of watch time to to start getting money off YouTube. So I was making a few dollars there, uh, and I was doing lawns, and I was doing cars, and I was pressure washing. I was doing now, as y'all know, I wasn't charging what I should have been charging at the time, but I was making some progress. Now, it's not about the money, but the money is a very important resource. It's a very important tool because without the money, your business won't survive. So when people say, look, I listen to what people say when people say, man, it ain't always about money, and why you always got to talk about money. I actually had a girl tell me that, like, that I shouldn't talk about money. And then that same girl turned around and asked me to get into a system where you're gonna make money. It just don't make any sense. When I hear when somebody says or has a problem with you talking about money, or tells you money ain't everything, and they say all that, that means they haven't made enough of it, or they don't make no money. That's what that means to me when I see that, because you need money. I don't care who it is, what religion you in, what race you are, what ethnicity you are, man, female, you need money. That's a fact. There's no way around it. If you're running a business, if you doing this for a living, because I talk about my perspective comes from someone who does this every day, someone who has a business. They feed their family off this. They pay their bills with this. This is not a hobby or part time or on the side. But I know everybody is not full time. Some of you guys like to just learn to do your own video because you want to learn how to detail. That's why sometimes you can look at the questions. You can look at the questions that people ask, and the majority of the questions are not business oriented. The questions are more they're not business oriented. The questions are more based on, what products do you use? Do you do this? How do what do you do about this? How do you do this? How do you do that? And, you can tell those people are not interested in making money from detailing. Now, they're interested in making money, just not from detailing. Uh, so you know, if you can't relate to this, I understand. If you about cleaning cars and that's all you want to do is make cars look good, you don't really care about the money. I understand from that perspective. But you guys that's doing this for business, and I would actually hear other people who were trying to do detail as a business, have a problem with me saying touching cash every day. I remember that. And had little jokes and stuff about touching cash every day. Uh, right. So the thing is that the reason why I say touch cash every day, because it does something to you. You don't know the motivation that you get from that. Uh, like the first time that I realized that I can make money off YouTube. When I figured out that, wow, you can actually make money on YouTube, and I'm looking at it, and I'm like, I'm paying attention to what's going on, and I'm like, oh, okay. So I'm thinking to I'm trying to figure out, yo, so why do they pay you from YouTube? Like, how do you make the money? Well, what it is that you make videos with good content. You make videos that people want to see. You know, the title has to be right. Uh, the thumbnail has to be right. It has to catch your eye and and bring a person in. And once you bring them people in, now when they click, you got to get them to click the button. So now when they click play, they looking at it, and it has to catch their attention within, you know, within what 30 seconds or less. Has to catch their attention less than 30 seconds. So so I was like, okay, so I got to catch their attention. So now when you catch their attention, they start watching it. Now it's like, okay, this is some good content. Then they subscribe. I started learning little things like that. They're subscribed, and then so now what happens is you build up a customer base and people watch your videos. That means advertisers. So when you watch YouTube, when you first click on it, there's commercial that'll run sometimes before the video start or in the middle of the video. So what goes on is that advertisers would pay the persons, would pay you so many cents per click if they see if you're getting a lot of watch time, if you're getting a lot of subscribers, if you're getting a lot of views. So that's how it goes. So I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. So I got to make some content that people want to see. And when I started seeing people watching my stuff, and then I started seeing, when I look at my analytics, looking at my AdSense account, and it'll be like, 2 cents, 3 cents, $1, and I'm starting seeing like, oh, okay. And I remember when I got my first YouTube check, like, well, it's a direct deposit. Wait, hold on, did they ever used to send? I don't know if they ever used to send checks. I think they used to send checks a long time ago, but I think when I came in, they was doing direct deposit. But the first time I saw that I had real money in my account and it was real, that does something to you. It's like, okay, I finally made, even when it was like a few cents, I saw that like 6 cents, 3 cents. It was really small at the time. And you don't get paid until you build up $100. I remember the first time I received a check, you know, and I was just like, wow, like I was so happy. It was like $100 and some change. It wasn't a lot of money, but but all I did was make some videos, and I got paid from it. And the same thing, I went out there, put the word out about my business, through flyers and other means, and I got a phone call. It took a while. It took a while. Like I think I passed out those flyers in January. It wasn't until March till somebody called me. So lady called me. I went out there. I think I laid some pine straw. I don't think I trimmed the bushes, but I laid pine straw and cut the yard. So I do that, and I get paid from that. And it just, money touches your hand from something you did, from your business, from something that you did. You know what I'm saying? Something that you created, an idea, and that money touches your hand. It does something to you. Trust me. And it's like, okay, it's like an addiction. You want to do it again and again and again and again. Then you say, yo, okay, it's time to raise my prices. And you just keep doing it again and doing it again. And then it gets to the point where you say, okay, I got I got a consistent, I got 15 lawns. I got a consistent 15 lawns. Okay, how many lawns can I do a day? At first, I was just pushing. I was pushing lawns. I had a self-propelled, so I was walking. Y'all hold on for a second. Big dog, what's going on, man? Oh yeah, I had a little situation. I had to shut it down, man. Yo, I'm actually live right now, man. I'm live on YouTube right now, man. Y'all look who it is. Hold on. Let me see. Let me see if y'all can see that. Y'all look who it is. Huh? Punch who in the head? Oh yeah, he telling y'all he's still alive and kicking, man. Yeah. Man, that's gonna take a long time. That's gonna take a long time. Yeah, that's gonna take a long time, man. If you can't if it's hard for you to deal with bullshit, you don't have patience. It take a long time. Oh yeah, yeah. You gotta check out the new wave, man. Uh, I posted I posted your picture on there. I posted when that dude took your head off and put his big ass head on there. I put that up there, and dude had a receding hairline. I had to end up kicking him off because he actually put a no when I made that video and I was like, yo, you wrong for that. You need to take that down and fix that or whatever. And then he hit the heart button. Like he hit the heart like yeah, like sarcastically. So I just said, you know what? Let me just kick you off because you think we playing with you. So I just kicked him off, man. But yeah, but I was actually looking at the I was actually looking closer at that picture, and it looked like somebody redrew it. They redrew it, but they still copied it from that. You know what I'm saying? Right. Uh huh. Right. And you can tell like it had a lot of trash in it. It wasn't clean. It just you know how like that part was JPEG or PDF. Yeah. Right. Right. Yeah. Yeah, I'm giving them the cash every day thing, man. Telling them about cash every day, touching that cash every day. What that does to you, man, has you all cocky. That's what they say. You all cocky, but man, that just motivates you. Yep. Yep. Yeah, I wish y'all could hear what he's saying right now, man. Yeah, I'm out here. I'm out here. I'm on here sipping on a little something, something, man. Talking to the people. Don't care, man. Uh huh. Yep. Yeah, man. I forgot. I called you earlier today. I forgot what I was gonna say. Yeah, I forgot what I was calling you for, man. It was something silly, man. I can't remember. Yeah. Who? I thought he came down. I thought he came down to work, and then he came back. Mm-hmm. Damn. So all he thinking about is getting it. Mm. That's all he need. Yeah. Then man. Yeah, and then the thing is, man, it's hard to bring guests on here now. Like I can't figure out. Like I've been trying to figure out how to get guests on here, man. It's so hard. Like they got rid of Google Hangouts. Yeah, they're using Zoom, but like I hadn't had time to sit down and see how to link up Zoom to YouTube. Like how to because like you know how Lord Jamar and all them be doing that. I think they're using like Streamlabs and Streamyard. They using so like they using both of them together. Yeah, I don't know why they not. Yeah, it's hard. I've been trying to. Man, I've been looking at it on YouTube. I'm talking about for weeks, and I can't find. Like they got people telling you how to do it. They got people telling you how to do it, and then when I try, it don't work. It won't work. Yeah, yeah. I'm live right now, man. I'm gonna hit you back, man. All right. Okay. Yo, y'all sorry about that. That was my man, Sporty Man, but he's in the comment section somewhere. But again, like it does something to you, man. It brings confidence. It boosts your self esteem. You get out there and you're like, okay, I'm trying to do it again. You have a $50 day, and then a $75 day, and $100 day, and then you're consistent at that $100 day. That $100 day, you do the math, and see, here's the thing: a lot of people, what they look at jobs and what the job looks like. Like yeah, I'm a lawyer, I'm a doctor, I'm an engineer. I work at this company. I work at this well-known company. I work for Amazon. I work for Nissan. I work for here. And but when you do the math, they're not really making no money. When you got a guy who digs gutters, or you got a guy who lays bricks, or a guy who cuts grass, or people like us that detail, and they're not doing the math. They're like, okay, oh, well, he's just a car wash. He's just a detail. They're not making no money. But you got people out here making six figures, and I'm talking about not just 100,000, but 150,000 plus 200,000 a year. You know what I'm saying? Just do the math. Just do the math. Like you telling me that you're telling me that you can't do three cars a day at 200. That's 600 a day. 600 times you do 600 times 365. Now, you're not going to probably make 600 every day because it may rain, but you may make 600 consistently, but every now and again you have $1,000 day, a $1,500 day, where you're bringing in, you know, 3,000 a week, 2,000 a week, 4,000 a week, 5,000 a week. It's possible. It's possible. I know you guys don't think it is. Some of you guys has not made it to that point yet, but it's very possible. And it does something to you because now I look around at all these people who think that they're better than you because they have a this high profile or this luxury job or this, high end job, and they're only making a couple of dollars, you know, and you're just sitting there, man, and you know, you're just sitting there and these people are looking down at you and thinking that they're actually thinking that they're better than you, but they don't realize that, yo, like, man, I know how to I know how to add and multiply. That's all I need. I know how to add and multiply. And if I don't, I can put it in my calculator. And I can be like, yo, I can make this amount. And you can pretty much, this is a business, man, where you in the right area, you can pretty much name your price. You can pretty much name your price. That every day making money every day, that's like I tell people all the time, if I have to go back to a 9 to 5, I'm crying. And I don't hardly cry. I don't really cry like that. I don't cry. I would literally cry because to take that away from you, that's crazy, man. I'm talking about like going to these jobs making 7, 8, 9, $10 an hour, $15 an hour, even $20 an hour. Ain't no real money. You know, I rather get out here and make 20,000 a year on my own versus making 50,000 working for somebody because that comes with a price. That comes at a price. But I'm telling you guys, man, when that money hits your hand, and then you just say to yourself, "Whoa, you know, all I did was, you know, spray a little degreaser, you know, wipe on, wipe off a little wax." And the crazy thing about it is, the crazy thing about this, man, is that you don't need that much to start. Like lawn care, detailing, these are the few businesses that you can actually start with little to no money. Little to no money. I seen some guys a while back pull up in a Lincoln. Pulled up in a Lincoln. They had hoses, buckets, vacuum cleaners in the trunk. They popped that trunk, they jumped out, they hooked up to the customer stuff and they started washing. And they made their money. I mean, it don't it you can get started with practically nothing, really. That's what I'm saying, man. It's nothing like it. That's the best feeling in the world. I remember when I was a little kid. I remember when I was a little good. I was a little kid, and I was cutting my yard. A lady across the street was like, "Hey, how much you charge me to cut mine?" I was young. I might have told her $7 or something like that. I cut a front yard and a backyard. I tried to edge it. I tried to edge. I didn't have a. I forgot how I was edging back then. I think I was using like edge trimmers, but I couldn't really edge it all the way. But I cut the front and the back. I made $7. Like I was happy about that. I went in. I told my mom, like, "Yo, mom, I made $7," and you know she was happy. She was proud of me. Uh, like that feeling never gets old. Like when you do the job. Man, I don't care how many times I do it. It just never gets old. You know, you get done. So what's my damage? How much I owe you? You tell them. They write you a check. You know, they swipe a card or they just give you cash. And you know, all of it is money. But when that cash hits your hand, oh man, it just do something to me. And I'm not saying I'm not money hungry. Money doesn't control me or nothing like that. But that's how I keep score. That's how I keep score. Because the thing about it is, other than a few people that I know, you know, like Sporties or G or Eric Jones, you know, other people that I talk to, man, it's only a handful of people that I can talk to, and they won't get jealous. They won't get mad when I say, "Yo, I made this today. Yo, guess what I did today? I did this, I did that." But I can't talk to everybody like that. So, and before I met these guys, that was the only way that I could that I can reward that was a reward for me. That's like a trophy. You know, when you play sports, you want that trophy. You know, but you're not gonna get no trophies out here detailing and cutting grass. You're not gonna get any trophies. The only thing you're gonna get is, Oh my God, my car looks so good, and man, my car hasn't looked like this. Like that's other than the cash, that's the only real trophy you're gonna get. You know what I'm saying? Because like, trust me, the people that don't really know what we're doing out here, they're looking and they're like, oh, those guys ain't doing nothing. They looking at you as the help. Like you just cut grass. You dirty all the time, sweaty. Oh, don't nobody want to do that. You know what I'm saying? But they don't know. You know what I'm saying? So like, you're not gonna get like. I got more respect and more love when I was a police officer, and I was only bringing in $28,000 a year. That's less than $100 a day. That's less than $100 a day. 28,000 a year. $100 a day will be come out to what? 300 like 36,500. That's what it should come out to. And I was making under $100 a day at the time, you know. And I got more love. I got more love from you know from people, more respect because I had a badge. And now I make way more money, and people just look at you like, oh, okay, you know. But it doesn't bother me like that because I keep score. You know, I like I told you, I got my app. Well, not an app. Well, it's a little app that's on your phone, but I got I got Excel, and every day after I work, I type in how much I made. I type it in, and I type it in, and basically, I just keep up with how much I made, and I can look at the last 4 to 5 years, and I can look and see the progression. I can look and see how much I made every year. That's how I keep score. But like this is the only way that I'll feel good because you know, uh, 5 6 years ago, I didn't have Sportage to talk to. I didn't have G Works to talk to. I didn't have people to talk to. If I said something to people, they'll be like, "Oh, you just bragging." You see what I'm saying? If if you they'll be like, "Oh, you just bragging." But when you talk to them about it, it's like they understand because they're living it too. It's nothing like it, man. Like people, like I'm telling you, if I tell people how much I made this year so far, they wouldn't believe me. They wouldn't. It's just like that. They don't, they wouldn't believe me. They'll be sitting there looking at me like, man, hey, you ain't doing that. But they fail to understand. They fail to do the math. Like they know pretty much everybody that got a college degree, or or any elementary degree can do math, but they don't think of it that way. They look at the position versus how much you can earn from it. And like, if you're making six figures, you got CEOs that only make 100,000, 200,000 a year, 300,000 a year, and you in the ballpark. You amongst them, and they're sitting up there in board meetings getting stressed out, 12-hour days, you know, all these little golf meetings and all this stuff that they don't want to go to, have to go to these parties and stuff to 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 play dress up and to kiss up to people that are richer than them, that their bosses, and the board of directors that they got to answer to, and you making the same amount of money. All you doing is washing cars. All you doing is making money washing cars, and it's I'm telling you, man, get out there, man, and touch you some every day. Touch cash every day, man. I've been saying that for years. That's some real. That's real right there. Touching it every day, it does something to you, and it just motivates you to do it again. Then now it's like, okay, this is what I did yesterday. I'm gonna try to outdo yesterday. Today, I'm gonna try to outdo it. Or I'm gonna try to outdo. Right. I'm trying to do exactly. I'm trying to do. I'm trying to outdo last year. And I see you, Frank Evans. The same thing. The same thing. 5 yards a day at $40. That's $200 a day. $200 a day comes out to like 73,000 or something like that. I know this off head because I used to type this in my calculator. I know it all. I did it off head already. I can do the math just like that. I already know how much. If I want to make 100,000, I know how much I need to make a day. If I need to make 200,000, I know how much I need to make a day. It's just that simple. You see what I'm saying? And you can really get, you can really do this. It's people out there, they don't want to do their cars. They don't have time. They don't want to do their cars, man. Y'all hit that like button, get my likes up. But they don't have time to cut no grass. You got a guy that's making, you know, $300,000-400,000 a year. Oh, he answers to some people. If he's making that type of money, a salary like that, he answers to people. It's cheaper for him to pay somebody to do that type of stuff. Because if he gets out and do it, he's losing money. He can pay somebody 60, 70, even $100, and he can actually go out there and make more money. His wife, she has something else she got to do. She has her position. She has her her role in the marriage. She got things she had to do. You know, she don't have time to do certain things. Sometimes I go to a house, it'll be a maid there. I'll be there. It'll be a pool guy there. I mean, it's just people coming in and out doing all these services. These people don't have time. They don't have time, and some of them simply don't want to do that type of work. It's not like they don't know how and don't and it's like they don't know how. It's just they just simply don't want to do it. They got enough money to pay somebody to do that. They got other things they got to deal with. You see what I'm saying? So that's when people like us come in. That they got to set aside their budget to give to people like us. All you gotta do is just go out there and do a good job and be trustworthy, impress other people in their network, and then next thing you know, you're in their driveway. You're in their driveway on their lawn. That's the thing. And then some of you guys, you're doing it part time, and you see the possibilities, but you're afraid to leave that job because, you know, either you don't want it bad enough, or you're looking at stuff. You're thinking about stuff like, yo, how I'm gonna pay insurance or how I'm gonna pay my bills. It's not gonna be steady. This and this and this and that. Yeah, I mean, and those are some real concerns to have. But trust me, it can be done. I got a guy that I've been coaching for about 3 years now, and he finally left his job, and he's doing pretty good. He's doing pretty good. Do the math, man. I'm telling you. I see you, William Smith. A 50, 150, $155 tip on top of the detail. Yeah, some people are gonna do that. You can give yourself a raise when you want. Exactly. Some people really appreciate you. They'll tell you that. Some won't. And I understand. The thing is that you got to get understanding in this game. You got to seek to understand. I understand. I actually understand why we're not looked at a certain way, or why sometimes we're not respected. I understand. So it doesn't. I don't get upset anymore. I don't get mad. I used to kind of have feel a certain type of way, but I don't. It's kind of funny now because it's like it's a secret. It's like the best unkept secret. We're not hiding it, but people don't care to look. People don't care to look, and it's a lot of people out there doing their thing. A lot of people out there doing their thing, and then the thing about it is, the when that cash touches your hand, that's a tool. That's a resource. You can do so much with it. You can actually start um, you can start another business venture. You know, you can invest back into the business by better equipment so you can be more efficient and be able to do more vehicles. If you can add one more vehicle a day just by buying a piece of equipment or switching something up, changing something, tweaking something, and I mean, then your mind really starts to think. You start going like, whoa, okay, if I do this, then I can save this much time and I can save this much money. Your mind just starts to think, because it's not just gonna stop at touching cash every day. It's not gonna stop there. Once you start doing that, then you're gonna start saying, "Yo, what else can I do that I wasn't doing?" And then that exposes you to a whole different network, a whole different circle. And I'm telling you guys, if your circle is full of people that cannot, make you better, if it's not full of people that don't have anything to offer, if you're the smartest one in your circle, you're in the wrong circle. You're in the wrong circle. If these people can't bring, if people are constantly making withdrawals and not making deposits, you got to find you a new group. You got to find you a new group. If you ain't got friends that will call you and say, "Hey, I need my car detailed," and they pay you full price with a tip. If they do that, that's what you. If you ain't got that's doing that, you don't need them as your friend. Trust me. If you can't say, "Yo, how much do I owe you? How much I owe you?" You see what I'm saying? That's what I ask them. How much I owe you? I owe you this. I break them off. You see what I'm saying? If you ain't got people like that, you do not need them around you. Trust me. Because trust me, when you start making a certain amount of money, it's going to give you access to a certain type of people. You know, Vision Service Care. I see you. Exactly. I know people like that. I know people like that that just complain, 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 and I just, the thing is that it's okay to complain. It's okay. I mean, as long as you're gonna do something about it. But if you ain't gonna do nothing about it, why complain? I heard somebody say complaining is useless. It's the tools of the incompetent. It doesn't solve anything. Don't solve anything. It's the complaining is the tools for the incompetent. You know what? I ain't gonna do nothing about it. I'm just gonna sit here and complain. Just gonna sit here and not do nothing. I'm just gonna complain. Yeah. So like, you start to see, just, I mean, and when I surrounded myself, when I got a circle that we was all about the same thing, it just be like the conversations that we have. I mean, just a conversation. We don't even, like me and Sporties, we don't even talk about detailing. When I talk to Eric Jones, we don't talk about detailing. We'll talk for 20, 30 minutes, hours sometimes. Don't talk about no detailing. And I learned so much. Yo, Sporty, if you still watching, uh I know what I was calling you about. Look up Roku. Look up Roku. You're gonna be mad when you look at it. If you still watching. But yeah, but I would talk to these people, man, and I would just have so much. I mean, I'll be so motivated, and sometimes just watching what they got going on, like looking at what they got going on or looking what they doing. Not that you want to do the same thing, but it's kind of like it inspires you to go follow ideas and thoughts that you had. You know what I'm saying? Uh, but yeah, that circle, those people around you, you got to have a team around you, a good circle, people that you can talk to, and people that you can say things that won't, because some people take it the wrong way. I remember I had a friend, uh, good friend of mine, uh, and so man, this was probably 2 years ago, or maybe longer. Maybe longer than 2 years ago. And I was like, I was into stocks. I was into stocks, and I was like, I didn't know much about it, but I was just looking up stocks, like how much the price of this stock, how much the price, and I was just looking at what could I buy, what could I afford, and what do I think will make money. And so I was just doing different things, and then started talking to sporties, because I think I started talking to sporties like 2016, 2017, I think. And he was talking about stocks. So I was like, whoa, I said, yo, I'll be looking into that. We was going back and forth. We was talking about different stuff or whatever. And he was like, yeah, man. He was saying, he was telling me about stocks and everything, and we was going back and forth. And he knew a little more than I did. And so we was just going back and forth about it. And I started buying. I started buying, and he was telling me about stocks that I didn't even know about. And I was looking at them, and some of those stocks that he told me to buy, uh, since that time has like quadrupled. You know what I'm saying? Since that time. Uh, so I was just like, wow, man, like just to get that type of information from different people. But I remember I was telling my friend about these stocks, and I was like, yo, it's better than a savings account. I mean, because you got companies that are not going anywhere. You got companies that be around for years, and their stocks are affordable. They're you might get maybe $100 a share, $200 a share. You got a couple of $100, you got $1,000, you can invest, buy you a few shares or something, and do it periodic, every so often, and build you a nice little nest egg over time. Well, uh, I was so excited about it. So I was like, yo, let me tell my friend about it. So I was telling him about it, and he was listening, whatever. But I think people get upset because when you're talking to them, they don't know what you're talking about. But you know how sometimes you're talking to somebody and they don't know what you're talking about? They pretend as if they understand what you're saying, but they don't. So, uh, I was excited. So the whole conversation was, you know, on my end was stock, 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 stock. I was just going on and on and on and on. Get off the phone with him. So a couple of days go by. I call him again. I called him to talk about something else. I wasn't even talking about stocks. First thing this guy say to me is, "Man, I don't want to hear nothing about no damn stocks." Before I can even open my mouth, the first thing he said is, "I don't want to hear nothing about no stocks." I was like, "Wow." I said, "Dude, I wasn't even finna say nothing about it, but hey, cool. I won't say nothing else to you about stocks." And after that, I just wasn't feeling it no more. I stopped talking to him after that. You know what I'm saying? I don't really call him much. I don't answer the phone for him or whatever. And I just, moved on. But, if 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 y'all not like minded and y'all don't have similar goals, or goals that y'all pushing for, you gotta have a strong circle around you, man. Uh, because you could be the guy that's making a lot of money, and you could be the guy that's doing your thing, but you're the smartest man in the room, or you the person with the most what's the word I'm looking for? Like you the go getter. They're just sitting back. They're content, and you're not. And how you gonna grow if you don't have these certain people around you? If you touching this cash every day, and your guys around you ain't touching cash, yo, that's just not gonna work. I'm just keeping it real, and I'm not saying it's all about the money. Like if these guys are not making the money that you are, I'm not saying that. That you can have a guy that's only making 50 a year, and you got a guy that's making $100,000 a year, and the guy that's making 50,000 can teach the guy that's making 100,000 something. But as long as they got the same goals and they're like minded and they both got something they're pushing after, they both got that same burning desire, that relationship will work. You know what I'm saying? But if you got somebody, because those people that's not doing anything, that's sitting back and you're growing, oh, they're gonna get jealous and it's gonna cause a problem. You know, they're gonna get jealous. They're gonna get tired of you talking about you made $1,000 today. You had $1,000 a day. You did this many cars, or you know, uh, like Sporty's telling me, man. Like he's hiring people. He's got employees. They're able to knock out multiple cars a day. He can, he's making money over this side of town. He's got another guy on this side of town making money. You know what I'm saying? And he's making money when he's not working, and and he's telling me this, and it's not making me jealous at all. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't, because I got my own success, so it's not making me jealous. But you talk to somebody else that's not moving like that, they're gonna say, "Yo, you bragging." They're gonna get tired of you talking about that, and I think that's what my guy was like. I don't want to hear nothing about stocks, because he doesn't know how to do it, and I was trying to teach him how to do it, but he doesn't know how to do it. He's getting frustrated because some people think that you have to have a lot of money to make a lot of money. That's what a lot of people think. They think that, you know what, once I start making a lot of money, then I'm gonna start investing. That's stupid. That's stupid. You know, I remember a guy. He got so frustrated that he he uh he got so frustrated that he couldn't uh he couldn't get any customers. And so what did he do? He was complaining. Oh, well, you got to have a lot of money to get customers. And I'm thinking to myself, no, you get the customers so you can get a lot of money. If I had a lot of money, I wouldn't need customers to make money. If I already got the money, think about it. Just think about the mindset, you know? So, well, I can't make videos about investing because uh, I'm not a investment broker. I'm not. I don't. I just look at stocks that I like, companies that I know. That's all I do. All I do is look at companies that I know ain't going nowhere, and I invest in those companies. That's pretty much all I do. If it's a new up and coming company, and I be like, yo, that's gonna pop, I'll invest in it. It's all a gamble. Uh, it's all a risk. But you know those companies that's out there that's not going anywhere. You know those companies. Just look around. Look around. Look at what everybody's wearing. Look at people's feet. Look at their head. Look at their shirts. Look at what they're wearing. Look at what toothpaste people using. Look at what deodorant doing. Find out the companies that own it. Those stuff ain't never going nowhere. You know. Uh, some stocks are 50. Some stocks are $3, $4, $5. Some are 20. Some are 30, 40, 50. Some are 100. Some are 200 a share. Some, shit, last time I looked at Amazon, it was at $3,000 a share. Uh, and these stocks grow over time. You got to understand, back in 1990s, I think 98, between 97 and 99 is when Amazon opened up at the stock market, and they was at $19 a share. Now they're at $3,000 a share. So if you'd have bought one share at $19 and never sold it, their $19 would be $3,000 right now. So just imagine $20, like that's nothing. Just imagine if you just keep buying, just bought a whole bunch of shares. You just, you put $1,000 in there, and just imagine how much you would have if you'd invested $1,000 at the time. And it's a waiting game. It's putting your money in there and let it sit in there and wait. It's not something that you're gonna make quick money in. Most of the time. Sometimes you can make quick money. It has happened, but rarely you don't. So if you would have put, uh, so if you would have spent $1,000 in Amazon in 1998, today that $1,000 would be 157,000. You know, but who knew it was gonna do that? It's all a gamble. It's all a risk. Right. If you don't find a way to make money while you're sleeping, you will work until you die. Well, yeah, yeah, I can agree with that. But again, y'all get out there and you touch that cash every day, and trust me, it's going to change you. It's going to change you for the better if if you got the correct mindset and you know what to do with that money. It's going to change you for the better. Trust me. But I'm about to get out of here, man. I just want to. I got to get up in the morning and do some work, but just want to touch base with y'all, give y'all that motivation for the day. But just remember, man, y'all go out there, man. Y'all touch cash every day. Find you a circle that's doing the same thing, so y'all can converse and talk back and forth, and it won't be a whole lot of jealousy and hate. You know what I'm saying? Get with some good people. You know what I'm saying? Uh, I've met a lot of cool people from YouTube, and I've learned a lot from them. It changed the way I do things. You know, just conversations, just changed the way I look at the world now. Just from a conversation. Uh, Let alone having a chance to work with some of them, being around some of them. But I'm out of here, man. Oh, if you're not a member of the New Wave, go ahead and join the New Wave right now. New Wave by ANA Facebook group. Just go to Facebook, go to the search, type in New Wave by ANA. You're gonna see the New Wave logo. Within that New Wave logo, you're gonna see the ANA logo that y'all know so well. This one right here, y'all see it. Just go there and join. I accept everybody. This is where y'all can converse, go back and forth. There's people out there giving out information, advice, showing videos, showing pictures, before and afters, talking about products, equipment, chemicals, everything. So, go there and join. Looking forward to seeing you new faces over there. I think we need about two or three more people, and we'll be at 700 members. I'm trying to get to 1,000 members before the year is over with. So, you guys help me with that. But I'm out, man. Shouts out to the New Wave. Peace.